大自然の持つ気力のパワーでスーパー戦士となったのが五星戦隊大レンジャーだ。揚力を操る恐るべきゴーマ族の侵略を阻止するため立ち上がった。5人の気力を一つに集めた気力ボンバーは、気力がものすごい破壊エネルギーとなる技だ。5体の貴殿獣が合体して現れる大連王は剣の技に優れた巨大武人だ。全気力を剣に集め振り下ろす大王剣疾風怒涛は無敵の技だ。
Hello and welcome to another dramatic reading by me and Zine84. So it's been a while, I've had a very busy life and the sheer length of this 6 chapters is slightly getting to me, but I digress. Let's carry on with Super Sentai vs Super Sentai, another chapter 27. It's an ascension! Author's note, and we're back for the next chapter, in which, as promised, the guest character comes into the play. What play? Are we putting on a show? If you keep on reading, it could be a big sign of an expansion of the overall story, both this fic and the original one. Anyway, enjoy! The Super Sentai literally had no time to rest, even after the whole thing, which you can find covered in chapters 25 and 26, also available on my channel. With Long already set on his next destination, wherever it is, they have to find a way to stop him, either to block his way or to find out what Ryukyo left behind, a way to permanently defeat him. They're outside a certain green lion in a place where pets gather. From there they know they had to find a pet shop. But they didn't know which shop. Therefore everyone resorted to check any pet shop they could come across. Ah yes, that seems like the most reliable method. As he walked through the road, that's a car crash hazard, Sarah was wondering one thing. I understand that he may be running out of time, but she thought it a rather rash idea. Why can't we think about this one? I mean, really, a green lion inside a pet shop? But lion might as well eat all those poor little pets. I forgot how literally they were taking this. Yes. Back then she remembered that they had the book History of Super Sentai, but didn't have time to read it lately and she kind of forgot about some of its contents. That's me when I read anything. Chisato, you idiot! On realising that, Chisato just slapped her forehead with both arms. Why can't you ever find time to read that book? And you call yourself a good, diligent student. But then again, she couldn't seem to remember those contents, majorly because of their last trip. As much as she managed to overcome it, the horrifying image of fighting for a literal hell was still fresh in her brain, and she was quite sure that Taku and the rest felt the same. If it wasn't for that trip, I would have still remembered. But just then, she looked above and saw a post sign of a store. This looks like a pet shop. I don't know what about the sign told her that. She started then to check the communicator. There didn't seem to be any calls. Okay, looks like you haven't found out. That sounds like a northern saying. Here, have you found that? Here we go again. With her hand reaching out to the doorknob. Ew, that's a freaky image. Chisato then entered the pet shop. Excuse me, she greeted, but there was no reply. To her surprise, the shop seemed empty except for some of the animals being put there. Having lunch break, I suppose. So I decided to walk around, look at the animals being in there. Seemed the animals were being taken care of greatly, but they all look healthy and nice. There should be a stove before that. You cute little fellas. Sato teasingly talked to the animals, mostly either dogs or the cats. Racist. She knew that they wouldn't understand human language. I bet the store owner did such a great job taking care of you that you're all doing so fine. After looking around in 3 circles, nobody came at all. Sato then sighed. Look at these animals, they're great to fresher, but if the owner's not coming, I gotta move on. But just as she reached out the door, she felt something ominous, and as her hand reached out the doorknob, it suddenly vanished. What? Sato then tried pushing the door, but it didn't budge. In the same time, the whole room turned dark. What is going on here? She tried banging the door with her fist, but there was no effect at all. The bang was interrupted when she heard a very suspicious sound. It was like a kick. And he just dropped. But what was that? Sato looked at the cage and found the room she was in didn't seem to be like a normal pet shop. It was like she was in some sort of ancient but demonic room. What there? And the shock didn't stop there. She then saw a lion slowly walking towards her while obviously growling. Oh crap, Sato mumbled when realizing the lion's skin, while seemingly having a darker colour, seemed to have a familiar skin stripe style. Wait, you can be about a cute little kitty, aren't you? The lion just growled and instead attempted to pounce on Sato. Thankfully, however, she managed to dodge just in time by jumping aside. However, the lion's paw still got her and tore the sleeve on her uniform. Gah! Sato grunted as she was rolling on the ground thanks to a forcible swipe. Damn, I asked for a green lion, not this kind of... And her complaints were interrupted when she saw something else. This tiny demonic looking wolf. And yet there was something else similar. Now you're telling me that this is that cute little doggy? Oh, what kind of place did I just enter disguising as a pet shop? Sato did not seem to realise that the door suddenly barged open from the outside. It had been forced open. From there, a well-built, handsome young man entered as well, as being shocked looking at the scenery. What is going on here at my shop? He didn't have time to react. He saw the wolf approaching Sato and readying to pounce. Thankfully for him, he was quick enough to run forward and delivered a flying kick to the wolf's face, standing in front of Chisato's adult. Miss, are you okay? Chisato mumbled as she tried to get up. Aside of my sleeve getting torn, I'm fine. Are you the owner of this shop? Yes, but this is supposed to be a normal shop. Wait! Something struck the young man at that moment, like a realization. This isn't my shop, and that's the reason I felt when I kicked Wolf. I knew it. Illusions! The man growled in anger in turn. Who'd be monster enough to replace my dear pet like this? A backpack like that crossing his mind. Anger clouded this man, but he didn't seem to notice anything else. Gorma or whatever. This is unforgivable. Wait, Gorma? That seemed to recall something from that name. Then their eyes met. As the man looked at Sato, he knew he had to protect her without any idea who she was. He seemed to hide a secret, but that didn't matter. He could ask her not to reveal his secrets later. For now, there was only one thing to do. Only one way out. Tension! In, he then thrusted his arms forward, revealing two braces. Okay, but gonna have to wait a few seconds for this ad to finish. Seriously, YouTube, ads longer than 5 seconds should always have a skip button. Kirikyu tension! Then he pulled one of the braces, revealing two extension sticks. After he bent his elbows, how his hand pointed upwards and continued. Alright, changer! Then he thrusted the extension sticks to the other brace, and from a blinding light, Sato witnessed a man transforming into a green warrior. Oh yeah, exactly as Super Sentai would like her. Well, your warrior then performed a martial arts kata dance. And please all kata and dancing are two separate things. Sissy Ranger, Tengensei Daigo! Indeed, this man was none other than one of the members of the Gosei Sentai Dai Ranger. Team between Mei's Dew Ranger and Jiraiya's Kaku Ranger. And this one being the Heavenly Illusion Star Daigo, otherwise known as the Sissy Ranger, aka one of the only two Sentai alumnus to have died. Sissy Ranger, that's it! Looking at Sissy Ranger's green attire, Sato finally knew it. She had found the man she was looking for. Quickly activated to communicate, she spoke. Sakura, I found that green lion. Come to my place, quick. You want him to come to your house? Damn, I didn't think you were that close. Elsa stepped back, pressed the button on the communicator to send a signal to her place. Okay, what? Of course, since that time fled around, this Sissy Ranger once again tackled her, averting her from the strike of her deadly vulture. What are you doing, leathering around like that? He scolded her what he saw to be a reckless attitude. I mean, it is pretty reckless. It's a dangerous place. You should hide. What? Sorry, but your worry is misplaced, mister. Sato shot back as he got up. I'm just like you, a warrior, and I would not just sit idly idle when I can defend myself. When she prepared her digitize to prepare for battle. Install! Mega Ranger! Sissy Ranger witnessed the transformation of Mega Yellow. Whoa, it's one of them, just like they said, he muttered. This means soon he'll also Mega Sniper! Sissy Ranger's muttering was interrupted when Mega Yellow just shot several illusionary vultures but attempted to climb to above. Hey, you only have time to mutter in shock like that? For warrior, you! Without saying a word, Sissy Ranger just unleashed part of his arsenal, the dive-end rod, without even looking behind, he put down another vulture. Oh, just always keep your guard up. As Sissy Ranger stepped back, he also turned behind as he stood on guard. So did Mega Yellow, with their backs facing each other against the horde of illusory beasts. There has to be a source of these illusions. Just where is it? I should be able to track them. Digicam search! Miguel responded by activating her search skill, scanning the area. Okay, where's something weird here? Yeah! Before she can even find anything, she's strange and having to knock away a leaping tiger with a flying spin kick. Keep searching. He encouraged to prepare his rod for an incoming attack. I'll cover you. Thanks, then. Miguel replied that a giant devilish rat attempted to leap onto her from the front, but Cicerone used his diver and models a pole to leap with extra speed and kick the rat away. Several seconds and a few minutes, Cicerone to fend off the illusory bees as Miguel continued searching. Eventually the search bore fruit. Found it! There's some weird reading over there! Miguel then pointed to the corner, but she was confused, quite confused herself. Why isn't it showing anything? Is there some sort of invisible... No, but I know what it is and what to fight it. What to fight it? Cicerone then put his hand forward, focusing his key. Kirokyu! Kirigakure! The battle suddenly surrounded the whole area with mist. It confused the whole illusory beast, but that never matters to Cicerone anymore. Since that didn't matter. There, the illusion will break if I strike from here. Cicerone pointed to the corner. Okay, so explain how you're going to strike when you're not even... Miguel was about to point out that Cicerone didn't even attempt to take position until she heard the sound of horn that seemed to belong to a vehicle. So I don't need to even move. As Cicerone answered, all of a sudden, the train ran into the direction where he pointed and rammed an invisible device which destroyed it. With that, the illusion was lifted, the area surrounding them once again becoming that of a normal pet shop. And this time it was an empty pet shop. Damn it, Cicerone's lamented, clenched his fist while pushing to the palm. My poor pets, replaced with bows. Your pets? Echoing tried to inquire. So you're the owner of the shop? Oh yes, I am. Cicerone, now sensing that the whole battle's over, at least for now, spoken in a more relaxed tone. It was joy as the owner to take good care of the pet. I was one whose plot is this, but my pets here vanished en masse. It wasn't like this yesterday, where he could speak more, the door opened, and all of the sudden, the rest of the pursuit Sentai entered, all transformed. Oh, there you are, Chisaro. Ninja Black was the first to greet in a more relaxed state. You okay? Oh no, Biggie, but... Miguel was quite confused at one thing when her friends entered. Why are you all transformed already? It doesn't have to be wet, airy, Pink Mouth answered. Pressing after all of the sudden, we saw a train on the sudden run from a wall. What? But at least that's how we're sure is his way he sent that message off. Oh, that must be quite an overkill for my illusions. Just trying to know the band, scratch head in a little embarrassment. My bad. That said, this outfit, Red Mask Ben looked further towards Cicerone trying to promote something. Are you one of those guys from, what's it called? The trip to hell kind of muddled with his mind, but he forgot some things. It seemed to be so that he forgot some things, but he tried his best to remember and then guessed. Go say Sentai, Die Ranger. Yes, I'm Sissy Ranger, but Die Ranger, Cicerone answered. And you must be Red Mask, or Picari Sentai Mask Man? What? Red Mask was quite shocked. But as the first for Sentai member to be like waiting for him instead of coincidental meeting. At the very least, he did remember about the last word of Yukio about the majestic green lion. That's correct. I take it that even you have something to say from us. Actually, yes, Cicerone confirmed him. It's going to be rather long. I know this whole mess about my pet shop is troublesome, but it's a much more pressing matter. Anna, shouldn't it matter? If we're to talk and discuss about it, it's just we do it in our base of operation for bonds, Deck Blue said to him. We'll get you there. Alright. After being taken to bonds and being introduced to each other and told about the fate of Ryukio, Daigo eventually loaded her as a sign of mourning. It's a pity about Ryukio. I thought he would have a long life after what happened. And how do you even meet him anyway? Melee asked, still very curious on how the events transpired outside her knowledge. Well, don't tell me you really was considering about Genjuken before. I assure you, he has nothing to do with that, Daigo explained. Our meeting was just pure chance. He was ravaging the innocents using his school of Rinjuken. I put a stop to him and spared him. He was kind of touched how I spared him, so I temporarily trained him. Just some basic stuffs, not the key power. Ujiben gave Daigo a deep look, suspecting. I might be wrong in this, but do you happen to know these women known as Nishihori Sakura and Nono Nanami? Oh indeed, Daigo answered with a smile, but what he gave was pretty basic answers. They want a Super Sentai like us, isn't that correct? Well, it's right, Hody nodded, but he continued to press on. I just got a hunch you're more involved with them. Hody, you might want to cut the investigation in a bit. Bears would want to stop this before it went too deep. I think we have more pressing matters, like what Long is planning. I actually wouldn't mind telling you, but if you insist on getting to a point, Daigo showed me a strange look. Long hair. I've heard about the Infinite Dragon for several books. What I've heard so far, I had some scuffles with another immortal I've encountered. I see, Jiraiya nodded. Along with Mace, she did claim that he has existed since a very long time. He might have been around even before the yokai was sealed for the first time. Thought of fighting the immortal knowing that you can't kill him, Moko commented, but the thought sent shiver to her spine. That's actually terrifying. But the Gecko Rangers did beat him eventually, right? Taku tried to encourage her while tapping her shoulders. But we can't kill him, they find a way. Yeah, a way which eventually he broke through. Mikoto added, but blunt statement that regardless of his success, Long still managed to find a way which brought them into this situation. Yes, and author, thanks for restating what Mikoto just said. I'd love for a tool that yanks away his immortality, but maybe he can experience fear as death approaches him. That's going to be most interesting. Wait, hold on guys, I'm trying to remember something about Long. Sartre tried focusing remembering the past battles. Spence remembered. Hey, something doesn't seem right here. Long has actually done a lot of numbers against fallen armor villains, right? He did what? Daigo asked, his curiosity piqued. I just remembered, when we teamed up with Sakura, Long killed one of the members of the Dark Shadow, Sato mentioned, which the mention made Mei's eyes wide open in shock, remembering how horrifying it was. Zuko, wasn't it? She was murdered brutally. When said back, Sato was looking at Mei and realised that she was really a note mentioned. Sorry for bringing it up again. Yeah, just be good, but you can bring up that thing about your choice of Mei once again nearly blurted out something that would embarrass Mei, had she not quickly pick herself together and clamp Mei's mouth. Look, let's just continue, okay? Mei insisted. I'm sure Sato has more things to say. I'm okay now. Well, you're not the only one with that experience, Sato lowly commented, knowing what Melee was referring to and how she was just in the same situation, same position. Anyway, we count as a coincidence, when Nanami met her, cement about Long had also brutally murdered one of her enemies. I think he's called Wendino. So saying that, Taku then attempts to piece Sato's story together. Whereas meeting Daigo, Long might be currently gunning at someone from Daigo's enemies. But going with thought, wait, it couldn't be possible. Daigo's then shocked remembered something. For me to Sato, I sensed that there could be a rise of Gorma. They would never disappear from the world after all, as part of persistent maintaining world balance. He knew it all too much. Maybe too well. Just when he thought that everything was over, Die Rangers, they was told to them that the Gorma would never disappear, as it's the balancing element of the Dai tribe. All they could do was to prepare for the next generation in case the Gorma returned. However, they had no time to dwell on that, and there were more pressing matters. My stores attacked Kotopoteros. Oh, that's probably not how it's spelled. The gate pursued and drove running to a suspicious remnant of Gorma. I sensed further danger and thought it would be unwise to bullheadedly rush to that, so I retreated back to my store and I met Sato. Do you see any of your former big enemies there? Jiraiya asked further, noticing a pattern of how we have met the other's enemies. Actually no, on that part, Daigo answered, knowing something, but feeling rather unsure himself to explain his past experience. All the generals that we fought were nothing but clay statues brought to life by the past Lieutenant Colonel Shaddam. But considering the bizarreness of this world, I wouldn't count it impossible that some of them may be reformed. I think some be revived. Just to speak, Moko's hands was constantly moving towards Sato's sleeve, and he felt a little bump. That's when the dropped down. What is... I just get stuck to your cloth, Sato. Wait, what? Sato was surprised. Moko picked up, seemed to be a small clay, part of a small statue. Since when? Fine, it treats like something I picked me leaving stone. This looked like a torn hand. Mikoto analysed the clay as he was given the clay from Moko. When he owed it to Daigo. Does it look familiar to you? Could be just any other. What? When Daigo held it, he was filled with shock. There was an ominous aura coming from the clay itself, like he has experienced several run-in with it. This clay is the other son's general I fought before. There's no mistaking it. It belonged to Lieutenant Colonel Gara. Rather, the clay statue created by Shaddam. Does that mean that Long got to her first? Daigo exclaimed in worry. Damn, what's he planning? It could involve this immortal Daigo spoke before, Dragon points out. But I have to guess that'd be someone on the stature of Long the Infinite Dragon. Yeah, that's what I meant. He might have scuffles with Daijinryu. Who, the name that Daigo spoke brought back the terror of this great dragon god, but attacked both the Dai tribe and the Gorma tribe indiscriminately to stop the war altogether. He resorted to brainwashing humans as his own hostage. It only made sense if Long would have a scuffle, it would be against Draconic Immortal. But by having tens about, I have no idea. I see, he goes to remember something. Nanami also mentioned about Long having his sights set onto toppling an immortal and gaining its power. What's meant was it had something to do with dragons and it starts with Da. The other's answer is revealing itself slowly. You're right, that's how it is, May added, also remembering Nanami's word. However, it didn't mean that it was good news. When to be dangerous, Long would succeed. You had to hurry about possible place where he could be heading. Perhaps it has something to do with the golden remnants I met. There was almost gate in place where I fled. Daigo called his run in once again. Might be late to do that. Someone has to check it out. Well, in that case, don't waste any time, July concluded. Give us the location. You need to run all the way to the east of my shop, past the woods nearby and through the bridge above the waterfall and bear. Like said, I've ran there, trust me. Alright Ben, what are we waiting for? Taku, knowing where to go, now said his friend. Let's get moving, everyone. No wait, Daigo suddenly stopped him. I have something important to talk about. It might be for eventually defeating Long for good. For that, Ben looked at someone he wants to speak with. Taku, we need to talk, just you and I. Huh? Why him? I protested. Look, if you have a method to defeat Long, you better share it with me too. Damn, I wanted to rip him to pieces myself after all he's done to me and Ryo-sama in his school. She was clenching her fist before Mika to hold her back. Learn your role at times. Yep, Amanda. Doesn't always have to be that way. Like you only beating those you have fought. There are more candidates for lose against you. Actually, not quite sure who saw him what he's trying to say. You and me both, Taku. If it will lead us to defeat Long for good, it's something I cannot miss out. Taku sighed now and said, attempt to appease Meg. If it came to pass to end up being the one capable of defeating Long, you don't mind if you defeat Kiros in my place, Melee. Huh? And he was taken aback a little on hearing Kiro and how he was disturbing her when she was captured by Long. Then he managed to slip a smirk on his face. Fair enough, I suppose. Right then, Taku looked at both Momoko and Hoji. You two, take care of our friends, okay? Huh? Why the stare at me? Hoji was quite confused how it seemed like Taku was appointing him as a leader. It wasn't that he felt himself unworthy, just surprised. It means he trusts you, that's how Taku is, Momoko explained, bringing peace to his mind. Then turned to rest. Alright, let's get moving then. Okay. Why didn't Taku appoint Momoko the leader? He seems to know what he's doing. As the team departed, Mendy was just between Taku and Daigo inside bonds. Well, it's just the two of us, Taku said to Daigo. What does it do you want to talk about? It's better be quick. There's something I have to tell with just you alone. I must not tell anyone. Daigo's stern face convinced Taku it really meant business. He only nodded in response to show his seriousness. As Dai continued, well, I noticed that it was Gara's studs that was within Chisato. I knew it was something. Long is planning to invade the Dragon Temple where Dai Jr. resided. Dragon Temple, Taku said. I didn't know of its existence, but I suppose it's a fitting residence for a draconic immortal. Apparently, from what I heard, the key was the bloodied hearts of 3 women of darkness. Daigo's fair explained to shock Taku. What he said was true, that Long has claimed 2 of the Dark Ladies before, and we might be too late. Long can succeed in defeating Dai Jr. and then absorbing his power. What? Comments within Taku started to seep away very slowly with his shock feel. Are you saying whatever we do, we won't be able to defeat Long? At this rate, of course, Taku never planned on giving up. That was how it is, but what he had in mind was that he would not go down so easily. He would not give up, and so rest to Sentai. No, actually, I received messages from my other contact. There is a way to alleviate this. Yes, Daigo saw him giving a ray of hope. Even if Long would attain Dai Jinu's power, there's another way to stop him. This might not involve seeing him in a ball like what the Geki Rangers did to him. Really? There's a better way than sealing an immortal inside a strong prison? Taku was quite excited to hear that, knowing that it wouldn't be such a lost cause after all. There's a better alternative than merely fighting a bitter end knowing they wouldn't win. He'd definitely take it. It's about a technique, and are you willing to teach me for it? Sort of, I suppose. Daigo said cool. That's why I had to call you alone. Well, at this point, Taku's excitement turned to shock. Eventually, Daigo stepped forward in a quick moment, delivered a strong punch onto his stomach, enough that he's slowly losing consciousness. Why? As Taku fell down, Daigo just stared at him and declared his aura changer. Forgive me. From the place where Daigo fled, a figure was seen approaching the ominous gate, whereas it was guarded by several foot soldiers of the Gorma, Kotopotaros, as well as a seemingly unassuming man. It was followed by 2 women. I have figured the essence. A figure, Long, then put his hand forward, revealing 3 floating orbs of darkness, where his dark wailing of 3 women could be heard. It couldn't have happened if you did not cooperate. In fact, you have my thanks, Gatekeeper Wall. Of course, it's my pleasure. as the man spoke, suddenly turned to a warlike monster. Gatekeeper Wall of the Gorma tribe respond happily. I never like those Lieutenant Colonels anyway. It's my pleasure to backstab at when opportunity presents itself. You're a disgusting traitor. One of those women following Long, Sibylina, gave a scathing comment at this Gorma tribesman. She never chose something she wouldn't forgive. She had to deal with certain Grirail doing the same thing to her group. She went out of her way with her master and friend to punish him with death. It wasn't for long telling over her in terms of power. She wouldn't even want to deal with this Gorma tribesman. So, great infinite dragon, what will I get out of this? Gatekeeper will ask curiously after he opened the ominous gate, letting Long pass and heading towards a dark cavern. Do I get to learn some cool martial arts like this Genju Ken of yours? More than you can ask for, I assure you. Long said and we continued to walk towards the gate. As long as you can hold the line. Fancy Long faded away from the side. The other woman, Lammy, approached the gatekeeper wall and conversed him. You're awfully confident too. To your skills, aren't you? What can you do anyway? Just take up a lot of punishment because you're a wall? Oh, I might look like that, miss. I've had my own set of tricks, Gatekeeper Wall exclaimed. I know, you're expecting the Super Center to come here, right? Just wait and see. It was only a few minutes afterwards until eventually, Odium arrested right at the front of the gate. Oh yes, speak of the devil, Sibylina commented. Man, were they dragging out the conversation that long? So you came as well, Super Sentai. The gate leading to a cave, may note to look at what the three villains are guarding. Perhaps be something important inside, am I right? If I guess it's right, Long is there as well. Third first prepares fighting stance, knowing how nervous it was. Get out of our way. Ha! Make me. Gatekeeper Wall says he witnessed the Super Sentai walk towards him. My title Gatekeeper isn't just for show. And none of you shall pass here, not with my great man of Gorma. Gatekeeper Wall stands. And let's see what you've got as well. Lammy begs the Gatekeeper Wall as well. As he nods to Sibylina, back 2 steps forward. Super Sentai, he's not the only one who won't let you pass. Sibylina says he brandishes her weapon. I'll make sure that this will be your grave, and I'll offer your corpse to Dr. Hinla as a present. Sibylina set her sight hanging alive, but prepared a digitizer. I guess further words will not work. Let us make this quick. James, stand by. Hold in charge, he prepared his SB license, and the rest all prepared bear translate twice too. Gotcha! Suddenly Gatekeeper Wall jumped up and 4 walls rose on the ground. Surrounding the Super Sentai as well as Lammy and Sibylina, as well as a group of Kotopotoros inside. And in the same time, without realising it, someone was attempting to transform. Or a mask! Momoko attempted to transform, went to jump, nothing happened to her. Since he expected she would transform mid-air, she was jumping forward. This caused her to lose balance and fall flat to the ground. Kya! A lot of space between his doors. Damn it, how embarrassing can you get, the warrior? Melee scouts to help Momoko get up. You can't even transform properly. Huh? Momoko was shocked. She was sure she could all percept properly, but nothing happened. Perhaps she could move normally, but her ability to transform felt like being barred. I'm not sure, but I can't transform. Maybe these went up for war surrounding them. Maybe these walls preventing such thing. That depends if your source of transformation comes from technology or mysticism. Or so I heard. Sato noticed her as he prepared to transform as well. Install! Mega Ranger! And she pressed the button on her digitizer and nothing happened as well. What? Those are proper steps. How is it? Watch out! She said to me then tagged to her side by May. Commit the act caused to avoid a slash Sibylina. Oh no! Dry curse looks to be approaching Kotopoto soldiers. That was proven true. We need us in our own body and any weapons we can carry. But he quickly threw his untransformed Kakure Maru, and not only slashing approaching Kotopoto from his front, but also kicking one that approached him from the side. I think there's a supernatural force prevents us all to transform. I noticed he helped Sato get up and prepared to fight with May pulling a bow. Looks like we have no choice but to fight on transform. Are you ready? Hey, you can tell Simon Bennett didn't have a hand in this. Well, it sucks, but Sato's side little but eventually applied his fair dominance. Bring it on! So close, Sibylina cast low saw her attack missing. There has to be a crack somewhere around the wall. Who's new to the best to use his bare hand to strike the Kotopotos attacking him. Guys, try to take the fight to a wall. You may find a crack or a way to climb off of his wall. Would have been much easier to jump off if we could transform. Those are common as well, as he was also fighting inside. Now, well, I consider it a harder difficulty of the game. And so, untransformed, the Super Center continued to fight for their lives. As from the outside, the gatekeeper will only stay there and laughing. Hehe, you better hurry, Super Sentai. There is a time limit. Indeed, with the gatekeeper wall's power, he has made it so those trapped in the wall must only depend on their own strength. Every superpower will be sealed. How does that indicate a time limit? Suddenly from his mouth, he started forming a wide devilish grin. So he also has a face, okay? Nothing else matters anyway, because there is no exit in my dome. Ha ha ha! When Taku managed to open his eyes, found himself being in a rather weird dimension. That was his biggest concern for this time. Pain were all over his body. Found himself very sure to even move at all. His neck felt stiff, he felt his whole body was actually free. He wasn't being tied up, but even moving was really hard without extreme pain accompanying him. What the hell is? Slowly attempting to get up, Taku realized he was only able to move because of years of training as a karateka and honing his martial arts skill, aura power, and body as a masked man of the Chief Sagata. As then he looked below. His upper clothes are gone, all he was wearing was a long pants for karate activities. A skeletal arm around his body, and the surrounding air around him had something peculiar to him. A lot of candles, all been giving heat from metallic skeletal armor and thus giving more pain to his body. What's going on here? I see you've awakened. The voice was heard, and when he looked behind, he saw a figure. It was Daigo, already transformed into City Ranger. Welcome to my zone. I made this with my Kirigakure. Daigo, what are you doing? Taku was struggling to even speak. This part of that training for that technique? You catch on quick. I'm sorry I had to do it. I have no choice. City Ranger explained calmly. I need to gauge how much you can be trusted with that technique. The technique can be really deadly. Taku really wanted to just let go of the armor, but on those words, this was a really big thing he's trying, he shouldn't waste it. All he could do was endure his situation and continue to speak. And to be able to endure it, I only heard from Rio about this. He's reminded of what his friend Rio the Rio Ranger, went through when not only a monster captured a friend, but he was also soundly defeated by a demon boxer match for Jim. He put on that armor, no matter how painful it is, he endured the training, saved both his friends and defeat Jim. Rio once shared the story of Daigo, and with that knowledge he was able to replicate the armor through his illusion zone. I thought this would be pretty good to train. Just get on with this already, Taku insisted. He knew he's trying to endure, but didn't know how long he would last. What do I have to do with this? Oh good, you're going really straight to the point. It's simple really. Considering the said battle power is losing its course and penalize 100 small walls made of stone to rise from the ground. Wanting to break these walls with just your fist, but feet's okay too. I record your time, just do it. It's nothing compared to what Rio went through. And if you won't be able to learn this one technique properly. Considering his words might seem simple, but it carried lots of weight. And then, Long will be able to continue his reign uninterrupted, and there's no way you could stop him. If he's somehow resealed, he might find a way to return. Right, Taku was breathing heavily, trying to still withstand the pain. Then this will be fine. Let's go! I haven't put through worse. One more thing, City Ranger suddenly eyed. You seem to have this technique called God Hand, correct? What do you expect me to do it in this condition? Taku smoothed the statement. Just pretend you're transformed and trying to do it to break those walls. No need to yell the name either. City Ranger then pulled a stopwatch on his back. Alright, enough talk. The training begins now. With that, he activated the stopwatch and thus the timer started. Gathering his strength, Taku walked slowly towards the first wall. Imagining what he felt when he was unleashing the God Hand, he gathered his strength in spite of the pain caused by the armor and launched his punch. It failed to even make a dent. Not wanting to give up, Taku tried that process again, and he failed once again. Damn, it's this pain. Wanting to blame the arm once again, Taku had the urge to finally let this go. Then he remembered what City Ranger said. Whole training would be used to cheat his way out. Surely he could have just broken this easily if he let go of the armor. However, with the risk of Long's terror being kept unchecked, he decided to give it another try. Oh good, I thought you were giving up. City Ranger was glad to see Taku's conviction. As he witnessed the masked man attempting to meditate and carrying his term, empowered with his aura power, Taku finally launched a punch, ignoring all the pain he received. And as a result, the wall broke. Good, Taku noticed after he succeed, then he looked his side. 99 more to go. Rather than complaining on how hard and tiring it was, bravely moved forward, even with more pains accompanying his body while situating to watch. He's stumbling here and there, with such conviction, anything is possible. Alright, that is enough. Eventually Taku finally broke the final wall. This range to signal the end of the training as eventually the environment changed. Once again finding themselves in bond. Taku now fully clothed his usual clothes out the armour. Quickly reverting back to human form, Daigo then put up his stopwatch. Took around 30 minutes to finish it up. I think I underestimated you, Taku. After catching his breath, Taku raised his hand to enjoy his freedom, only to find himself moving quicker than he thought. My body felt really light. It's like I could throw more powerful punches. Save for something else. Regardless, good job on passing. Daigo assured him as he already had several bottles of water on, ready on both hands to give to Taku. As leader replenished his strength by drinking water. Green line eventually commented, now, the technique will be fine in your hands. So, you'll now train me? I knew it, this is only the beginning. Taku predicts that he'll get a new fight technique that could make him win this whole battle. However, what he received was something he did not expect. No extra training necessary. In fact, that training you got before is all you need at this moment. What the? Needless to say, Taku was quite shocked. What do you mean it is? Daigo, please tell me you're not lying. Don't have learned anything new in just a normal training. It's not that I'm lying to you, but this technique is something that is not normally taught. Daigo only answers as he looked at Taku with full seriousness. What you would tell will be very valuable to him, and it was the whole purpose of this training. Listen to me. In a vast dimension which looked very much like the vast space, immortals wander, more than being the great dragon god Daijinryu. The universe is created in order to preserve the balance of the universe. Only at one time did he descended to the realm of mortals. Strength struggle between the Dai tribe and Gorma tribe in Earth. The force both forced to yield and prevent the destruction of Earth-fair war. Daijinryu executes a lot of extreme actions that were destructive for both sides, but eventually, once the Dai tribe emerged victorious, Daijinryu left the Earth and he returned to his place to observe the cosmos once more. Instead of being no disturbance of balance, he in fact did not prepare for events to come. Eventually a crack in that dimension was created. The crack continued to enlarge in a quick moment and then it broke, revealing someone who entered. A fellow dragon god, the infinite dragon Long. Hello, Daijinryu. The infinite dragon casually greeted him as he floats in his human form, approaching Daijinryu. You've been well, I suppose? Infinite dragon. For the first time after a very long time, Daijinryu was able to speak with fellow mortals. Even then his voice so bitter. But you were able to rediscover this dimension. What if I must do allowing a disgrace like you to return? Oh, no, I believe you're mistaken, Long jovially denied his claim. True, you guys expelled me from your puny little group, but even then I just managed to find a way back here. There is only one thing I can think of this, forbidden information. Daijinryu commented grimly. The Heaven Invasion key. Oh, so you still remembered that? Indeed. Long smirked, finding Fiord filled with swearing souls of 3 victims to his claim. Shizuka of the Dark Shadow, Wendino of the Zakanza, and the copy of Lieutenant Colonel Gao of the Gorma tribe. All the orbs are still producing wailings of anger and pain. These are what I need to re-enter by force. And what do you hope to accomplish by coming here to me? Daijinryu begged for him. Clearly he is not amused. Be welcome back? Never. Not after your violation toward the law and balance of the universe thanks to your self-deserving destruction. Oh, worry not about that. I'm not here to beg for forgiveness. You invaders, there can be some slack on that. Long tried to reason too. In theory, I mean, what are you gonna do if you're just bored about this? What do you find that the alleviation of this boredom is to play around these mortals, toying with them? I mean, we are like gods to them, right? Since we have the power, we have the right for toying around these weaklings, yes? These are misery interesting. And the one thing you lack is your downfall. Responsibility! Hearing that, Daijin eventually roared in anger and disappointment to the point that Long was thrown away with the mightiest roar. If you're going to point out how I invaded Earth back then, attacking the Gorma and the Dai tribes both, it is what must be done in order to preserve balance and preventing Earth to be destroyed. I had a responsibility to fulfill, and no matter how it paid me, I will do it. Ouch, ow. Long was having trouble maintaining his float resistant balance. I didn't know you were such a Boy Scout type, Daijinryu. There's a difference of being what most humans call Boy Scout and remaining responsibility with your power. Daijin reprimanded him again. And you neglected all your responsibility. Abuse your power for selfish gains to please yourself. Such unbalanced state, and yet instead of fixing it, you thrived on it. If you have forgotten that, then now you know. That's why you were expelled from the celestial realm. In the face of such truth, Long's face did not falter. Still with a cheeky, competent face like he's done nothing wrong. Further filled disappointment, Daijin turned away. This audience is over. Leave this place at once, before I make you. On the contrary, you should try to make me. Long's mouth started to form a smirk as power gathered to him. He knew it was time for the next phase to come. He was free orbed upwards and eventually started to transform into his true gigantic dragon form on par with Daijinmu. While that happened, the orb shot out two beams, one hitting to Long and one hitting Daijinmu. Daijinmu roared impatiently and hit that beam. My power! Indeed, he felt he was being sapped from his power, from his hour. Mortals cannot kill immortals, but there is one thing that can kill immortals. Another immortal himself. Long spoke with confidence for being actually empowered him. I wouldn't say kill, probably is so much as I should say destroy from a phase of existence. What are you? Truly are not doing enough research to that heaven invasion key. Long taunted Vera. See, there are two other feats you've missed. Namely, a way to empower one to be able to harm and kill immortals, and the other one to weaken another immortal. And that is why I killed these ladies. Their dark souls are necessary to complete the key. Daijinmu couldn't believe it. He has been duped. Wherever he did have a duty to preserve the cosmos, to preserve balance, so he didn't know what he wouldn't have the time to find out. Besides, my aim to come here was to be welcomed back, remember? Long still in his draconic form, where his voice echoed out with say ever. My aim here is to destroy you and then claim your power. I hope you are ready. Looks like the end is nigh. But there are two things you need to know, Infinite Dragon. Even if he knew his end was coming, Daijin, he stayed vigilant. He had his own preparations for something after all. One, don't think that we immortals do not plan anything in advance. You can kill me, but someone will stop me. Oh dear, that's one of the most cliche things I've heard. Long silence in disappointment. You were fated both to say that and both someone dead, and so will you. That literally made no sense. And the last one, using his power to seek down Daijin, still mustered what he had to bar. I may be weakened, but don't think that you'll find me as an easy prey. With that, Daijin opened his mouth and breathed fire towards Long. The Infinite Dragon returned in kind and breathed fire to the Great Dragon. Where due to the latter's power being diminished while the former has been boosted, Long's fire overwhelmed Daijinmu, and as the fire consumed him, Long sent out his other dragon heads to bite on Daijinmu in many places. Exposed to care throughout Daijinmu's body, and as the mighty dragon gave out one final roar, he exploded. Ha 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 ha! I thank you for this overwhelming power, Daijinmu. Who, in the meantime, told him the rest fought on. Eventually they destroyed all the Cosmopods roads attacking them, but they couldn't find any way to exit the dome they were imprisoned at. It was them, along with Lammy and Sibylina. You should give up. Your efforts in defeating those foot soldiers is executable in your human form. Sibylina taunted. To defeat us, we must need to transform, which you can't. I never give up. Cried Beckon, still as confident as ever, even in the face of obvious danger. There's no word says I have to transform to even defeat you. Ew, ridiculous, Lammy snatched him. In that case, look like you have to have a taste for folly if you're overconfident by yourself. Match prepared her sword and raised herself to strike. However, when she did that, May already stood in, aiming her at her. So you're offering your life too, May? Suits me just fine. No, I will live while protecting my friends, May said company. Lammy, you should prepare yourself too. Fine, how about you? Lammy ran forward, all of a sudden. Ah! The ground quaked and his back fell flat onto the ground. What the hell? Wait, did you hear that sound? No good stayed sensei. Like bumbling. Huh? Shouted Ben, looked around and saw walls are closing on them. Oh no, this whole dome is a trap, it's going to squash in. So he walks into a trap that doesn't seem to be a way, out. He goes to sight this rather hopeless situation. The only outcome is that we all die together. Honestly, not that interesting. That damn gatekeeper, signaling courtesy, clenched their fist in anger. So his plans also include our deaths. Don't falter. Odie, sensing how this would have been very distressing, said his friend. This is a dangerous situation. Don't just lie down and surrender. We have to be defined to a final end. Ha! Melee shrugged, still his confidence slightly more cozy. Where did that overconfidence come from? You, the cold jerk? Shut up! Odie shrugged and mocked off, giving his call. He had to admit a lot of his friends rubbing off to him. He had behind his team leader Taki or his original team leader Ban. But regardless, he won't want to let that show the team. Heh. Ah! Great people walk me out just like this. It's a good thing I took those animals to that one pet shop, skinned them, and then used their own as a way to make this tool to spell a lot of superpower within my walls. And now I'll be able to defeat anyone, even the Die Ranger and so-called Super Sentai. Ha ha ha! Then started demanding his own fancy and did his own ambition. After this, maybe they will recognize me. Yes, I'll be the new Emperor of Gorman and rule the world. However, as he was too absorbed by his own delusions and fantasies, he let his guard down. Someone listened to that and he wasn't too pleased. What did you say? You killed and skinned the animals from the pet shop? Oh, that explained it. Yeah, so what? Now I am. Gatekeeper didn't even get to finish that sentence as two people's feet were launched towards him. Dr. A, gab! What power? Unforgivable. This is unforgivable! Turning out the one who did that was Daigo, accompanying him was Takru. I'll make you regret every second of you doing all those to that pet, you monster. Daigo. But before Daigo could jump to initiate the combat, it was Takru to hold him out. He only looked at him. I understand that you love your animals and you wanted justice, but this will hinder your power. A hard cloud of dark emotions like anger and vengeance will not do good to your progress. You do understand this martial artist, don't you? Takru. At this point, that Daigo had a moment of clarity. What Takru said was pretty close to what his old master Kak would say. He was right. And his emotions, anger and sadness on his pet's untimely end, too, take over him. He knew he could have done better. After he sighed, his face was calm as though, yeah, you're right. I am angry. This is not at the time of anger. Oh yeah? Young man, I killed your dear pets, eh? Gatekeeper War already getting back to his feet. There's no end to that sentence. But how do you plan to live your anger? Aside of that, living anger to evildoers who cross the lane? Einstein was equally angry at the action done by Gatekeeper War, but his face was pretty full of confidence. And I'll show you. But after nodding to Daigo, Takru eventually ran forward. He felt his body a lot lighter. And every of his types in possessing greater might, even untransformed, felt that he continued to beat down Gatekeeper Wall, who was overwhelmed with this new untransformed power. Incredible, but about training alone I can tell, but it's a big improvement. As the two continued to beat down Gatekeeper Wall, Monster were losing concentration. As a result, as the beating continues, he was unable to maintain Wall Dough. He creates trap the rest of the Super Sentai along with Lamy and Cipollina. And both the walls dropped, freeing him. With free, Coach commented, I can sense pure power flowing in me again. This will mean we can transform once again. No got explained for eventually noticed that Takru and Daigo took a glimpse on scene. Takru, Daigo, you guys. At this point, Takru and Daigo stopped beating both teams. You guy are okay. I still can't believe he fell for that trap though. I grunted, still quite annoyed about falling to the trap. Well, that doesn't really matter. You guys are alive. That's what matters. Daigo assured them. Team seemed to have a good reunion. On the other hand, Lamy and Sibley didn't have such good reunion with Gatekeeper Wall. You bastard! You're trying to kill us with bats? Sibley and Anka yelled at him. Good missus, have mercy! Gatekeeper Wall begged at them, now fearful of stepping back in fear. It was a mistake, I didn't expect you to. You know the technique, you should have warned us. Looks like he's gone a tribe is filled with nothing but liars. Lamy drew a sword in anger. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you off this instant. Gatekeeper Wall were trying to figure out his reason, but one reason certainly presented itself quick enough. They're coming! The Super Sentai! It's not a lot of soldiers at disposal. And Lamy and Sibley looked behind, but it saw the Super Sentai readying in formation. Fine, Lamy going to, but we still managed to get one more demand. Stop being a coward and fight in the front line like us. Yes, ma'am. It looks like they're ready as well, Doug said to his team as he looked round. Daigo, will you kindly join this battle? My pleasure. Daigo normally prepares Aura Changer. Everyone, let's go. Taku followed up with that signaling team. It's time to transform Rest Auto complied. Aura Mask! Emergency! Deco Ranger, face on! Dino Buckler! Super Henge! Doran Changer! Install! Mega Ranger! Ha! Valkyrie Chain! Kyoku Tenshin! Aura Changer! But we didn't have a somewhat temporary newcomer. Super Sentai transform ready for battle. Red Mask! Pink Mask! Hikari Sentai! Mask Man! Pursue serious cases. Deca Blue! Power Ranger! May! Ninja Black! Uriah! Nageo! I live for the love of Ryo-sama. Ryo-sama's love I fight his love warrior. Rinju Chameleon Ken Mr. Hi. Excited to his finest. Abre Killer! City Ranger! Tengensei! Daigo! We are Super Sentai! Show them what you can do, Gorma Tribe. On civilian orders, the Kotopotos, along with Gatekeeper Wall, ran forward while the Super Sentai also ran towards them. And once again, a fight broke out. Slowly but surely, as it was already proven, Super Sentai didn't have much trouble against the Kotopotos. In the middle of the fighting, both Terra Ranger and Mega Yellow end up standing side by side as they face both Lamy and Shibalena. Last time it was interrupted thanks to that Gatekeeper Wall's incompetence, Lamy said bitterly. This time we'll do it for real. Come in, Lamy. Terra Ranger begged to be fired the first shot of her Terraro, but Lamy deflected that and ran forward, knocking her in and forcing her to use her bow to handle Lamy at close range. May! Miguel called out for an attempt to help. Sybil flashed behind her, stopped her. When she looked behind, it was Sibilena who stopped her. That won't do, Miguel said. I am your opponent. She ran forward and delivered a vertical slash, only for Miguel to block it with her blade arm. So the ladies got themselves their own battles. However, as he coming around, the Gatekeeper witnessed the ladies in battle. Worry not, I shall assist you. Let's see. And started thinking possibilities of how he could help. What a good thing was how he'd be able to raise a formation wall, even if it does stop their sea power, now enough it restrained the Rangers, allowing Lamy and Silver to take Modded. Okay, let's see, I might end up getting our back-to-back vision. That'll be my chance. And sure enough, in the midst of the battle, both Terra Ranger and Mega Yellow end up in a back-to-back vision. Now, Gatekeeper Wall jumped some of the walls. However, in the same time, both Lamy and Silver ran forward and weapons passed in at close range. The result wall created ended up squeezing and straining all four. Not again, you fool! Civilian scolded at Gatekeeper. I wonder if we can jump out of this. Turning said she could feel the pain of getting squeezed between walls. This impacts the weakness. Could be whatever tried, this might take time. Here's the B answer of Mega Yellow. Fine, another hindrance. But now we'll focus on getting out. Lamy bitterly stated this would be their first priority. After that, I'll definitely beat and kill you. But the ladies were struggling in their very narrow space to get out. Gatekeeper Wall just watched, worried about what they would give him at him as a retribution. However, he didn't realise an ominous mist coming from his back. All of a sudden, his vision turned black. Found himself no longer at the field where he guarded the gate instead of dark dimension. What? All of a sudden he heard an angry roar. When he looked behind, a lion was moving towards him. You'll pay! The lion seemed like it talked, and the tone of it didn't sound happy. Wait, no, it couldn't be. Gatekeeper Wall gasped in horror. He might have got an idea of what happened. When he looked around, he saw some more big animals, from a tiger to a wolf to a vulture to even a floating shark. They did not look devilish, even the natural animals contained fierceness. Over and on be talking. You'll pay for what you did to us. No, 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 no. Oh no. Gatekeeper Wall was fearful to realise what it meant. Similar to how he took the pets from the pet shop and brutally killed them to just empower his trap. Now it's like they bold and became fierce to deliver retribution. The animals wasted no time and rushed towards him and attacked him one by one in quick succession, greatly damaging him. Ah! The Gatekeeper Wall finally collapsed, rolling onto the ground. Heard another thing. Sound of horns, in particular train's horn. Train in high speed came to him at slow line speed. Gah! The train hit him, smashing him through the dark sky. This part of the stone that made his warlike voice started to get torn, showing that he's really getting weakened. But that wasn't even the end of his pain. Standing atop the high-speed train, the Sister Ranger himself, and on his hand with his personal weapon, the Lion Rod 50 combo. From between Gatekeeper Wall before getting topped upward he just leapt. Feel the pain and anger as on with you killed. And mine! While he said that he slammed his rod against the boar's body, smashing him back to the ground. As the gatekeeper wall regained his sight and getting back up, saw that not only Terry and Megillah already reunited their friends, but Red Mask and Mew was holding out their melee weapons, while Abe Killer was already in his Abe mode. Well, thanks for participating. This range commander team. There's something new in Naikiri Gakure, now involving outside participation. Well, that's going to hurt more. Decade Blue Coins looked at Abe Killer. You went this much of participated back. Any other else, it's going to be boring. Abe Killer shrugged back. Tried to get the best part and launch him upwards. Can't complain. Well, what have you? Gatekeeper also struggled to get everyone looking around. Miss, I hate this, but I got a message from Sibilena. Megillah said Gatekeeper was frantically looking for both Lammies and Sibilena to no avail. They were no longer around. They got bored and disgusted with your so-called patheticness and decided to bail this whole fight out. Oh man, I'm starting to bid you. What? But regardless, after what you've done, even as much as taking pets and then killing them, Sibilena said in anger, does make a pet owner suffer and more animals needlessly dying. Nor for your selfish ambition, you're getting away from this. Hold on, before you die, there's one thing I gotta ask. Melly suddenly forced to poke the gatekeeper wall. I glared from her hidden eyes to his room. Did you see this guy called Long? Where is he? Long? Gatekeeper was trying hard to think of how he could salve the situation. In the end, knowing how he plotted Long, he decided to be open about it. He just passed this gate I was guiding, but you'd be too late. He's already got it. Melly clenched her fist in anger that once again they were another step late. However, she managed to calm herself down quicker than usual. After her past experience, she'd learned to control her temper a lot better. However, all of a sudden, wars arise surrounding Melly and South Africa. What? Gatekeeper will regain his confidence. He held on a sleeper hold behind her and started threatening he'd do anything funny as he gets it. He just had to add the others in the state, one after another. But still, my ass, Melly sneered at them. Hurry up and throw that ball to me. However, on the other hand, he looked at Abe Killer like he knew something that could do. One look and he got the point. Hold on, he's being held hostage. Terrain said Warrior's Red Mask prepped his Super Sentai ball. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing and she does as well. Red Mask said, showing him. There's enough for situation to nod and men took his position. As the others took their positions, Red Mask threw a ball directly to Melly first. Eventually elongated their tongue to hit the ball, heading to Decker Blue. While it happened with super speed, Abe Killer dashed right onto Gatekeeper Wall to tackle him and get him away from Melee. Eventually used the spike on his shoulders from his Abe mode to slash the walls surrounding Melee. By that time, the ball had been passed around between the team and eventually was passed to Abe Killer. He let him use the headbutt to deliver the ball, right in front of Red Mask, who was ready with Masky Blade and Sissy Ranger. While his fist ready, Masky Crash, Ziken, Mumio Mushin. Combination of sword crash and fist first launched the ball greatly to eventually impaled the gatekeeper wall and started destroying him. No! And thus the Gorma tried to make destroyed. Before they could celebrate, footsteps are heard. Long did return for his trip. Pity, the gatekeeper wall has fallen. Not that I have high hopes on him anyway. Long, Red Mask explained to him. You know what that means? Oh indeed, Long to smirk. You see, terrifying battle all those felt throughout the whole team as they were suddenly pushed down by the weight of gravity while he was just standing around like nothing has happened. Now that I'm here, I might as well announce this. Daijin Yu is dead, and his power lies within me. What? Sissy Range was shocked. Extremely powerful monster that's capable of destroying both the Gai tribe and the Gora tribe in one action. Turned out to have been defeated. He certainly did not expect this. Oh, you don't believe me? Very well, let me show you some proof. Bat Long just merely snapped his finger, and already a great wave of invisible force then knocked away the Super Sentai, enough that everyone must de-transform. Damn! She tried to get up, gets even more and more powerful. Oh, does that mean you're giving up? You could have at least lived if you do. Long taunted the team further. Living is my slave, that is, but it's still living, not dying. I'm sure one of you guys can attest, right? Then looked towards Mogo as if taunting about the day manipulator. Death would have been better than that. Mogo also defied that as well, and just not in a normal manner. But we all choose neither. We'll live and never for your amusement. Well, those are bold words. Long chuckled a bit at hearing it. For once again, the golden frog starts singing again. But don't see how long you can keep that up. You live because I let you. Imagine I decided you can't be allowed to live further. As Long vanished, another person voiced her defiance towards him. It was May. You know, it's such the same thing he said to her during around the time he killed Suzuka. I repeat as many times as I can. You are no god of ours and we have no obligation to listen to your devilish words. Daigo wished he could be impressed at surviving. But then he knows something he saw above May and Mongo. No, it couldn't be. It's already this far. What the hell are you talking about? Mary asked. May, Mongo, as Daigo called out to the ladies, looked at him. I'm sorry, but can I see the back of your necks? Huh? Both of us? The two didn't have any idea about that, but decided it wouldn't hurt. He turned behind as Daigo checked their necks and was speechless. Oh no, why didn't I realize this sooner? The marks have... Mark, what are you talking about? Daigo was rather concerned with what Daigo stated. He only hung his head low as he continued. This is going to be rather long. My view on these chapters. They took the discussion to bonds. Eventually they were in for a shocking revelation. The tension of the room rose a moment the cat was out of the bag. You're saying this because of the Super Sentai ball? Daigo's in his bleed. But how? I thought it's a very safe weapon. Well, it should be safe. The proper condition is fulfilled, Daigo said. Even if it was just answering the obvious, it didn't stop him to have worries. That is, if the prophecy wasn't violated. That prophecy, I read it. I think it was trying to guess. One about 7 colours to defeat the enemy, 7 colours to lead the way. I thought it just sounded corny and stupid. Never thought it was going to be side effect like overdose and eating medicine. What kind of overdose? Shouted towards a voice concerned and confusing it. With overdose of colours, I think we've been using the proper colours, right? But not the rest of the team saying their colour station. Red, blue, pink, yellow, green, white, that's 7, alright. Okay, when you said overdose, this could mean that. Hojo realised something. He looked both May and Monko. I just means we can't even have 2 of the same colour? I'm afraid so, Dai confirmed. It was used quite a bit while violating the amount. Something bad may happen to the overdose colour. Hold on, I tried to inquire there. I remember, it's just twice that May and Monko used together. She began to rat Nedre and just this gatekeeper wall. Twice though he considered too much. Even once is actually already a warning sign. Daigo stated. He looked at May and Monko. You two, try to remember what happened when you used the ball for the first time. Both May and Monko thought about how I felt to realise something. Yes, I remembered. I did feel a little dizzy. Wait, it couldn't be the signs. Monko realised the implications of the feelings he felt before, feeling a little weakened. Daigo could only nod to confirm. Oh no, you're saying that if anything had happened to Momoko because of this, my fault? May voiced her worry and then started to declare, no, I don't want to hurt my friends. Don't think sounds like what we did together for Strength Night will always come. Oh dear, bitty, reminds me of how we defeated the Ultra about to defeat Sentai Ball, only because the Strength Knights are there to help them. The enemy is getting stronger day by day. Mary told the cold, harsh truth based on what we just felt. You've seen how long does it work? If our force isn't strong enough. Wait, however it was both May and Monko stopped the clues in the atmosphere. Their faces were instead filled with determination. It's true I don't like this. Yes, but there's one thing I don't like even more. Besides the people suffering, something that Long would definitely try to bring. I explained, don't let this stop me. If it comes to pass someone has to suffer this, let it be me instead. Me too, Monko added as well. I cannot back down or hide behind a prophecy when I see people suffer. I want to risk my safety for the sake of others, because that's how I roll since the beginning. But you guys are endangering yourselves. Seattle once again tried to voice her worry, but wanted to stop from rowing with Pakaru. Put his hand on her shoulder to assure her. There is a way to prevent this, and hopefully I'm not mistaken, he said. We need to just work harder, and when it comes to finish her, only one pink racer participates in powering the Super Sentai Ball. That sounds fine, right? Well, I'm not quite sure how much it can be deviated, Daigo gave his thought. Renzi in the end is face quite common, but it's worth a shot. Alright, that's just great, Hoji said in relief, looking at May and Monko. But regardless, you two shouldn't push yourself too hard. You'll press Taku. Ow! And the move came light enough when Monko ended up stomping Hoji on the foot. Who says we're an item together? We're close friends, but not that kind of close friends, Monko said rather menacingly at first, but eventually even her voice became light-hearted enough. Well, it's not like you and May are getting pressed together yourselves. What? Jeez, Monko, stop that! May joined in the protest. There's nothing going on between us. Aside of probably treating each other like brothers and sisters, then again among this team who aren't. Oh, I'm so your sister. Mally points out to the rather deadpan note for a blood and more honest opinion. Just a reminder, my heart and body belongs to Ryo-sama. I didn't lose those pictures I took when Hoji and Mei were going undercover as bridegroom and bride. Sorry to mention, based on experience of fighting a door monster, acquiring and debating monsters about targeted couples. That's alone attracts the attention of some. He did what? Logo approached Sato full of curiosity. Sato, can you tell me in full detail? Hell, now this is interesting. It was a shock. Oh, even Mikoto is on her side. Also curious to answer. But I still remember that. And clearly, Dryer opened up as he tried saying, "Don't start with an instant, Hoji clamped his mouth to prevent him to spill the ghee. Or the bean. Okay, that's enough. They're not really important. At least we now know our priorities. It's just when Hoji prevented one man to spill beans, saw Mikoto and Mally holding Mei back. The Sato was telling the story to Momoko. Hey! As the team once again indulged in their normal bickering as friends, Taka just watched. Believe they found a way to keep their spirits high. Because now he can focus on defeating Long Rest. Yeah, just as long as you don't forget what we discussed, Daigo pointed out sternly, though he was also smiling seeing the team were in high spirits and what happened. I think the rest is yours, Ben. I'll be off. Wait, where are you going? Taku said it, and it was quite loud enough that everyone stopped their conversation. It had to be called like that, so they approached Daigo. Star said to take care of the case of missing pets. Daigo said to Sato then it was in this battle as an undoubtable casualties. All animals taken and killed by a gatekeeper wall. They wouldn't return, Daigo carried burn, telling that some of their owners as some were pre-ordered for pet before the incident happened. I mean, he could go out and buy replacement animals, no one would ever know. I see, do you need help with that? Hoji offered himself. Yes, BD can help you with this. I'll be fine, Daigo assured him as well before he gave one encouraging sentence. If enemy grows even stronger and your trials will come off harder than ever, I'm sure you guys can endure. Good luck. As Taku witnessed Daigo taking his leave, taking Mr. Teleporter back to Ceres, he remembered the very vital information that Daigo told him. This one vital information may hold the ultimate key in defeating Long. But regardless, Long himself, while seemingly omnipotent, has several figures back him. His Kiros, Avella, Lamy, Casadokuro, Chivlena, and Lijuel. Even then, the team will not give up. Thank you, and I'll keep your instructions in mind, Daigo. Tried of Long enlarging the omnipotence he already had, realized there was a handicap present within. Super Sentai would not falter. Determination and a will to never give up. So they will come out victorious in the end, whatever form victory would take. Not go into fear, no matter how great the opposition is, for the sake of the world and mankind. Fight! Super Sentai!
We up?
Hi. What a day, Daigo muchly returned to the pet shop he left. Oh well, it is after all my duty to take care of. And his thought was interrupted when he looked at the cafe desk and two women there. Sakura, Nanami, welcome back, Daigo. Sakura greeted him as she was also writing on the about. So you pulled him back, right? Oh yes, I have, Daigo answered promptly. Whoever has rested up to him and his friends. I do have faith on them, though. Still, though. A lot of those there. As he said back, looked at how Sakura was pretty upfront writing. What are you doing, Miss Door? Helping out, duh, Nanami answered cheerily while wiping out any possible dirts in various tables. You think you're the only one who knows what's happening around here? Those people affected with instant needed help. Oh, thanks for concern. I feel there's some of the weights in my back about this. Daigo replied with a smile as he headed to the back room to pick up things to clean up the shop. I'd visit Doraemon, you should try meditating again, like usual. Oh, you know, Daigo, we all do carry this weight about that. Suddenly Naomi said something in a rather somber tone. She needed to speak, not realize that Daigo's already out the back door. That's why we haven't seen helping him. Otherwise, her instant will. Daigo realized at that point there was a crack in Naomi's voice. Quickly grabbed her on the shoulder and tried to calm her down. Don't doubt like that. I know I will succeed. That day still lingered in my mind. Couldn't forget about it too. We need to have faith. Make sure that incident will never happen again. Don't cry, Nanami. I'm sure she wouldn't want this, right? You're right. Nanami realized that her eyes did get wet. She slowly wiped them with her hand and then tried her best to form an all face. Thank you, Daigo. Daigo, we feel excited about this. Sakura also overheard the conversation. So she pulled a piece of portrait from her pocket, showed a group shot of herself, Nanami and Daigo, along with two more men. One dressed in red coat, the other in black and looked like a ninja garb. Two more women, one was a woman in yellow clothes and yellow bandana, and the other a young woman in black jacket and white clothes beneath. And while Saka looked at the photo wholly, her eyes were mostly concentrated at the young girl with black jacket. Sigh. To be continued. Forward note. And plot really fixed at this point. First the guests from Dairanger and, well, with the creative liberty, but Long and Daijunyu go way back. And now Daijunyu is dead, and Long get even more powerful. It's like they have prepared something just in case. And lastly, that picture of Sakura pulls. Yes, Sakura, Nanami and Daigo, along with the first pick, Yusuke, Ryu and Jun were involved in a team in some sort of past war. And their white member, Tiger Sai, aka Gal White, something has happened to her. After this, I probably let out a new fic link. It's supposed to link to one final arc that unites both fics. At least summarise the backstory of everything. Whole of everything in this fic is clearer than both fics current and prologue. What? Till then, I hope you enjoyed this chapter immensely. Send me a review if you like this chapter. I'll see you next time. And on that note, we're gonna end there and wait for the next until the next time we meet, where I'll be reading chapter 28, Shadow of Substitution.